Well, actually, it's like there's a couple of levels. There's the personal love and understanding that you might have with your partner or your children.
Absolutely.
And then
I'm here at the Wetlands Park, and I'm wanting to ask beautiful people out here what love and understanding is.
Marriage.
Marriage. Okay. Anything? Want to add anything else to that?
Trust and humor and respect.
Perfect. Hey, have a good day, guys.
Respect.
Yeah. Anything else?
Well, obviously, you know, love is love, and just understanding where people are coming from. So respecting their past and their present and all that.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day.
You too.
Thank you. All right, we're going to keep on going. We're at the Wetlands Park, my favorite place, and we're going to ask a few people what love and understanding means to them. Because I think it means a lot of different things to many different people. And, well, I think that's a beautiful thing. If you're missing out on love, I'm sorry. If you felt love, I'm happy that you have felt love. If you're missing love, pick up the phone and call someone that you love. If you haven't talked to someone or heard from someone or you're not sure, write them a letter. Send it. Use a stamp. I think, well, 50 cents. It'll cost you 50 cents. But it's a beautiful day out here at the Wetlands Park, and I'm not going to professionally edit this. I'm going to just do what I can and go from there. All right. We'll check in shortly.
Love is a feeling towards somebody or something. And understanding is just acceptance of the situation or the person as they present.
Perfect. And how old is your dog? Oh, wow. Adorable. Adorable. Hey, thanks so much. Have a great day. Okay. I found a little quiet spot, one of my favorite spots here at the Wetlands Park. And what does love and understanding mean to me? It means everything that you could possibly think of that brings the joy, smile, a sigh, because there are times that are like that. But it's also, love is like a rock, and the rock has a lot of different shapes because it's weathered through so much weather, right? And so, and it has these little cracks and whatnot, and when it opens, love opens so many things. And when that happens, it, well, you let light in, right? You let light in, and it fills the nooks and crannies in there, and it overflows. And it comes back together, right? It comes back together as one, and you know that it's there. And when things get rough and things get a little uneven, or even when it feels like you get the carpet swept from under you, right? It's still there. It's still there. You still feel it. You still feel it. And I personally have gone through, well, that's part of my story. But if you're going through some difficult times, there are people in your path, you know, that you come across that have meant something to you in your life, in your journey, and you remember those people. And sometimes when it gets rough, it's a reminder to remember those people. Reach out to them. They'll have some good stuff and information to share with you. And so that's what love and understanding is for me. And I wish you guys love, understanding, and light. The wind is blowing. And all of that. So if we're going to keep on asking more people, or I'm going to keep on asking what more people about love and understanding, what that means to them. And I hope you like this video. Share it.
I guess it would relate to your family, your kids, grandkids. And the love part just comes naturally. The understanding is when they screw up, you forgive them.
Ooh, forgiveness. I like that. I like that. Have a great day. Thank you so much.
I think acceptance.
Acceptance.
Accepting people who they are.
How about yourself, sir?
It's knowing it's not always about you.
Perfect. Hey, thanks so much, guys.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's family, being with family, getting together, loving one another, and being kind.
I think that love has to come first, though, before you can understand something, and I don't think that it's always necessary to understand if you come from a place of love, and you come from a place of acceptance. And I think that part of meeting people where they're at is also, like, I don't want to repeat.
You're gonna make me cry. Just
Sorry.
FYI.
By the way, I'm a therapist. So
Okay,
I have
okay.
I have a very open and nuanced understanding, like,
I get
idea
it.
about love. But I think that love, ultimately, I think that everything comes down to two emotions: love and fear. We can give emotions different names, but are you coming from love or fear? And I think that when we're coming from a place of love, that we just inherently help other people. We inherently hear and listen to other people, and understanding comes because the understanding is that we don't have to necessarily gone through someone else's struggle or their triumphs or their life to be like, oh, I get what you're saying, you've experienced XYZ things. Okay, if they're negative things, okay, what do you want to do about that? And I don't think that enough people come from that kind of place.
Oh, yeah.
But it's also hard. It's also hard because it's scary, because, like,
You have to face your fears, right?
You have to face your fears, but, like, Brene Brown, she talks a lot about, like, vulnerability, and it's very hard to be vulnerable because that means we could get hurt.
And who is Renee Brown?
Oh, Dr. Brene Brown. She's author,
She's a lot of
teacher,
books on vulnerability.
Okay.
researcher on shame and vulnerability, and I think the 20th anniversary of The Gifts of Imperfection came out recently, got republished recently, but she talks a lot, researches a lot about, like, being vulnerable and what it means to be vulnerable, and how when we come from those spaces, that's part of what love is, and that's part of what understanding is. But it's scary, and it's hard, and I don't think it's supposed to be easy.
As for me, it just comes down to, I think, empathy. For me, that's a big thing. Empathy and compassion, just, knowing everybody's going through their own struggles and understand, like, yeah, mine's not going to be quite as eloquent.
Hey, no, hey,
I spent most
hey.
of my life in therapy, so I have a very interesting perspective on love. So sorry.
Well, anything you want to add? Anything else to that?
Yeah, just, but yeah, like I said, I think my biggest thing with love and understanding is trying to, I guess, understand, where the other person's coming from, having that, like I said, again, that empathy and compassion, and even if you haven't personally gone through what they went through, kind of think about how you would have felt going what they went through. And I think if people considered other people's, experiences more, and that,
Wow.
people would have a lot more understanding, because I feel like a lot of the issues of, like, conflict between people come from, like you said, fear of being vulnerable, like, because it does take a certain amount of vulnerability to, or in even, like, a pause just to kind of sit and think about, instead of just like, oh, this person said this and I'm mad at them, be like, well, what might have happened, when they were younger that got to them to that point. And, a lot of people, they'll end up just attacking the other person instead of, trying to consider what they went through. And, I guess the person who they're mad at is going to be less likely to ever consider a different point of view or change if they keep being attacked. Like, I know there's people who are going to be mean no matter what, but I feel like there was a lot of problems that could be avoided or solved if people had more, empathy and compassion and try to put themselves in the other person's shoes and stuff like that. So
Perfect. You guys just made me dance right now as I'm filming. So thank you so much. Enjoy your guys' lunch.